Sup? So yeah, continuing the Gen 5 series. Today we have an OE battle against Yus, and I'm going to be bringing a team. It was one of the first teams I put together, and I've not got to display it on this channel yet. It's my Sun team. When OU started, I made the Sun team. I have Ninetales obviously. I've got a Victory Bell, just sweeps in the sun. I've got Duzdra as a trapper, and I bring Espeon and Fortress because this team does not appreciate hazards. Hazards just wreck things like my Ninetales and my Duzdra, Sosh. And I bring Heatrank because Heatrank and Fortress pair well together. Yus, look at Yus being a copycat here. He takes my Espeon, he takes my Heatrank, he takes my Fortress. He's stolen half my team. But looking at Yus's team, he does not have any weather users. So here I want to be leading out with Ninetales because I don't have a weather fight here. I know once the sun's set up, the sun's staying the whole battle. That's how Gen 5 works. He's gonna ban pass, and I just went for Flamethrower because I just wanted to attack first turn. I don't know what I was gonna do. He goes into this thing. I just go for the Hypnosis, but he protects it. So here I'm just like, okay, well, in case Espeon comes back in, I don't want to risk that. And he actually goes into Jettison. I guess Jettison was going to take the Hypnosis. Here he probably predicted me to switch out, but I didn't. I just stayed in with a Magma Storm. That's unfortunate that I missed because this Heatrank is a trapper. And if I got the Magma Storm on that Espeon, I could have either done serious damage or got rid of it. Because the sooner this Espeon goes, the earlier I can set up my hazards. He goes for Side Shock. I actually wasn't aware of what he could do. I don't really know the moveset. Here I was debating if he has HP Fire or not. He just went for the sub, so I guess, I don't know, maybe he just didn't want to reveal it yet. But at this point I'm thinking maybe he actually doesn't have it. So I just attack the sub, he ban passes, and he goes into his Heatrank. So here I'm just thinking, well, his Heatrank can't really do anything to my Heatrank because my Heatrank has the Air Balloon. So if he has a Fire move, he can't touch me. If he has a Ground move, he can't touch me. He revealed the Toxic, which tells me he might just have a solo move, like Lava Plume or something, because he's now shown me the Roar. And yeah, now he brings out my Victory Bell. Obviously I don't want to stay in, so I'm going to keep bringing this thing back in because this thing is untouchable. He cannot touch it in whatsoever. He goes and roars again, which was a mistake, I guess, because he did me a favor in bringing my Dust Trio. I don't blame Yus, that was a bit of a misplay, but every time we did these battles, it was really late. The only time we were both free was midnight onwards, so I don't blame him for that. Here I was debating, was he gonna... Yus's hazards game was so on point in this battle. Here I was thinking he ain't gonna set up hazards. There's no point in rushing Espeon in. And he did. He did it right in my face. So here I'm debating, do I set up hazards or rapid spin? I go for the rapid spin and he brings in Jettison. And I was like, god damn it, I knew to set up hazards. I was thinking, why didn't I set up hazards? He goes for Taunt. I'm just going to bounce it back at him. So now I know he can't Will-O-Wisp and whatnot and recover. So I go for Ban Pass just to see if he's going to stay in. He does. So I bring this thing in because I know Sun's on my side. And yeah, I'm going to take a bit from Stealth Rock there. I know he can't burn me or anything. And yeah, I'm a bit annoyed actually that I let him set up the rocks because I have such a battle trying to get rid of that. I go for Will-O-Wisp. If he wanted to bring Heatrank in, he can. If he wants to stay in or something. Also, if Espeon came in, I can't really get burned from my own Will-O-Wisp, but luckily I managed to get it off. And here I actually was half asleep. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I didn't actually see that his his Taunt has worn off. So I'm just trying to weaken him. I'm thinking here, should I just sack Ninetales? I don't really see a point for it. So I'm just literally, I know Flamethrower isn't doing much, but with the Sun boost, I'm trying to wither it down. See if I can just approach it to death. And he goes to recover, and that's when I woke up I was like, oh yeah, whoops, I Taunt is off. And at one point I actually forgot this thing had recover. So yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, you know what, this ain't gonna be a winning fight. I can use Ninetales later on as Death Fodder or something. So I'm gonna bring a Heatrank because I know I'm specially defensive and I got a Sun up, so I know I should be able to take a Scald because it's not like this thing is invested in special attack. Look, see, barely did anything. And yeah, this is my Trapper Heatrank. It's usually for Politoads, so I usually Magma Storm first, and I do carry the Solar Beam and Earth Power, Earth Power for other Heatranks and stuff. So here I just went safe. I was debating to go for the Solar Beam, but I just thought I'll trap it first if that's the case. And I just went for Magma Storm on the incoming Keldeo, and as you can see it did over half, including the damage there. And here I'm just like, okay, well, I am not taking whatever this thing has. I wasn't sure if it'll go for the Sacred Sword or the Warp move, so here comes the Death Fodder Ninetales. Just gonna let it die. And once again, Yus's Hazard game was on point because I'm pretty sure I'll bring in my Fortress here. And I'm debating, rocks or spin, rocks or spin. And I'm thinking, well, I spun last time. I doubt he's gonna like bring the Jellicent in again. So this time I actually went for rocks and he brought thingy in. And I'm just like, god damn it, like, he's playing mind games with me and I'm just too tired for this at the time. Like, I'm just not thinking. Every time I think, nah, he knows I'm gonna rock, so I go for the spin. He predicts the spin and vice versa. But I bring this thing because I actually predicted HP fire that time. I thought for him to bring Espeon in, he's got the HP fire. So I run into Heatrang and he doesn't. Once again he subs. I'm just so confused if he even has it, because I'm starting to think he doesn't. I go for the Magma Storm on Jettison because he just rushed that in. And I'm just going to break the sub, but I guess he rushed in because it's like his counter to Heatrang, but little does he know what I carry. So here I'm just like, alright, well, if I can put off one more Magma Storm, I know I can take a Scald, worst comes to worst. Heatrang's done a lot for me this game, so I get the Magma Storm and that actually does do quite a bit of damage. He goes for Taunt, and as far as I was aware, I think he predicted me to switch, or maybe he thought my Heatrang had something. I guess he doesn't really know what my set is. But after trapping it, now I can get off the safe Solar Beam. Like I said, this is a trapping Heatrang. I usually trap Politoes on the incoming switch. It does have Sunny Day on this Heatrang, so I put the Sun up on the Politoads, and then I basically spam Solar Beam. Air Balloon is just to avoid things like other Heatrangs, Earth Power, or Dust Trios. So yeah, Heatrang gets rid of that, and this Keldeo comes back in. So I'm thinking now, will he go for the War move, what would he do? And I kind of just stayed in because I didn't see a need for Heatrang. I mean, yeah, he does well against certain things, but I just thought, you know what, I kind of need everything else. So here, I would have liked to bring Victory Bell in and start sweeping. I would have set up a growth because I know he's locked in. These things are always choiced in some way. I know he's locked into this Sacred Sword. So I would have brought in Victory Bell, but here I'm just thinking, alright, this time, do I want to set up hazards or spin? And I just thought playing it safe, knowing the Jettison's dead, I'm going to spin because Yus just played mind games with me when it comes to hazards this game. I really did want to set up Stealth Rock, but here, as you can see, he rushes into Espeon just when I was debating to set up the rocks. So I'm just like, nah, I was one step ahead that time. Unfortunately, I do need the rocks up because I know his Dragonite has the multi-scale and I still don't know what set it is. So I'm just going to bring in Dust Trio here. I know I've trapped the Espeon and I know I will go first, so I'm just going to get the Earthquake off. And now I can finally just set up hazards. I really wish I could have got them up earlier. The earlier I got them up, I could have swept because getting up my Stealth Rock, I would have broken Dragonite's multi-scale and I would have broken Fortress's Sturdy because these Fortress still at full. Here I just thought maybe he'll set up rocks again, so I rushed in Espeon, and once again Yus was ahead of me. I honestly thought, should I just go into my Fortress? And I'm just like, nah, you know what, I've not really used Espeon, I'll go into Espeon. As you can see, I do have the HP Fire in Espeon. Unfortunately, like I said, the Sturdy's still there. My Victory Bell has HP Ice and it has Weather Ball, and in the Sun, Weather Ball is a Fire type move. So if I could have set up on that Keldeo, I could have swept Dragonite after breaking the multi-scale with rocks, and I could have swept Fortress after breaking Sturdy with rocks. So basically, if only I could have got the Stealth Rock up sooner. He just demolishes my Espeon, which is unfortunate. And here I'm just like, okay, well, I'm just going to bring in my Fortress. I know this is my chance to set up rocks. And as long as he doesn't hard switch really into Dragonite, then I know I can break the multi-scale like this. He actually goes for the Volt switch. I guess he didn't predict me to be fast. I'm not a slow Fortress. Like, I don't run 0 IVs because you'll see why. I guess this whole match he was predicting my last move to be Gyro Ball because he's seen Volt switch, but he doesn't know what my second attack is, and usually it is Gyro Ball, but little does he know. So he brings in Dragonite. And I'm not too sure what set this is straight away. I'm thinking maybe it could have Earthquake, it could have Fire Punch, it could be... I saw the leftovers, so I was like, okay, well, he's probably going to be a Dragon Dance set, seeing that. But I actually wasn't aware, because this is one of the sets I don't really see much. This is like a mono-type Dragon... mono-type, mono-move Dragonite, like it only has Dragon Claw. It's a Dragon Claw sub Roost set sort of, and Dragon Dance. So my fortress does carry the HP Ice. You did just see that right. I carry the HP Ice because in Gen 5 you need Ice, man. There's no Fairy types. So he tries to set up a sub. Little did he know I have HP Ice, and I do actually have some special attack investment, which is quite hilarious. And he's like, ah, crap. So here I'm just like, do I switch? Do I Volt Switch? What do I do? And he goes for Roost, and he gets the Mold Scale back up. And I kind of thought he would. So, I mean, I wasn't too sure. It was a 50-50. So I went for one more HP Ice, more as a scout. And obviously I don't want him at full health because Victory Bell's Hidden Hell Ice will not kill at full health. And here I'm just thinking, you know, I don't know. I was like, do I switch this turn? And then I realized he was like really close to full health again. I just thought I don't want to go into Victory Bell, and the leftovers gets him back at full. So here I just, last minute decision, I just thought I'll go for one more HP Ice just to be safe. He goes for the Dragon Dance, which makes me panic because now I'm scared one more can outspeed my Victory Bell despite Chlorophyll. And the thing is, Victory Bell, assuming this Dragonite is not heavily invested in attack, I know Victory Bell can take one hit at least, because I doubt it's like Adamant 252. These things tend to be a bit bulky when they're like these sub-roost sets. So here I'm just like, okay, I'm going to switch. It was a bit of a misplay here, but it didn't really matter. I guess I wasn't really thinking. I did want to kind of Volt Switch because it would have been a safer play in general. If he, whatever he did, if he subbed, it wouldn't matter. If he roosted, it wouldn't matter. So here I should have Volt Switched, but I accidentally hard switched, which it's whatever, man. Like, it doesn't really matter because either way, the outcomes would have sort of been similar. What I didn't realize though is I did get pretty damn lucky here because I was assuming I could take an attack, but at one point I wasn't sure if I can even take this because I'm watching this, right? I'm watching my health go down, and I'm thinking, god damn it, like, because I didn't Volt Switch, and I live like on like 20 HP, so that will be enough to. I do have Life Orb. I don't know if he knew that. Maybe he didn't, because otherwise he could have easily switched into Keldeo here and I would have died from Life Orb. But I don't think maybe he knew that, so he just stayed in, maybe to see who's faster. And I do get off the HP Ice, and that will kill it. I wish Victory Bell could have done more this game. And yeah, I don't know. If for whatever reason I did die there, I would have just had to rely on Fortress's HP Ice in my Dust Trio Stone Edge. Stone Edge could kill, but I would have hoped for the crit, because that's what I needed to win the battle. And his last Pokemon basically is Keldeo. So I know, even if it is Scarfed, which I'm pretty sure is at this point because I know it's choiced, I do still have my Focus Sash intact. So I'm just going to live on the 1 HP and be able to revenge kill it. And his Fortress basically can't come in because I got my Stealth Rock up and he's too weak. So yeah, Dust Trio is basically going to help me win the game. This Dust Trio, I love this set. I have exactly 201 HP, and the reason for that is because I want to be able to live 2 Seismic Tosses from a Chansey. It's so that, you know, I can trap a Chansey and make sure I live on 1 HP and kill it with Reversal. So yeah, I'm just going to go for the Earthquake, and pretty much I've guaranteed to win at this point. And yeah, that's my Sun team. That's like the team that I just enjoy using so much. And yeah, really, there's not much else to say. He just brings in the Fortress and it basically dies to Hazard. So again though, it was still a close match. I was panicking at one point. I was like, god damn it, Dragonite. I really thought it'd be like Choice Band or something. But anyway, I'll be taking this win for now. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you lot in the next one.